Good evening, and a very warm welcome for this evening talk. The topic is according to the time. Firstly, a very happy new year to all of you. According to the time, the topic that came to me is the power of less. At this current time, with whatever the world is going through, whether it's economically, politically, or the COVID, or after COVID, the crisis, the hike in the prices, how do we get into this? The power of less, how can we reduce things or reduce some things that we can? Before we go on to the topic, let's reflect on this question. What does that mean, the power of less? Just for a moment. Think about it. Start reflecting, there are so many things that comes into our mind. Probably I'm not saying something new, but maybe just at the back of our mind, but now it comes in front of our mind. Okay. Whilst I'm talking, I'll share with the slides so that you don't get bored. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. At the end, we can take up the questions. So let's start with, how am I using my resources? Okay, think about the time that we have, the technology that we have, the body, the physical strength, okay, or the nature, and many more resources that we have on this planet. Money, okay, wealth could be not just the money, but there are so many different varieties of wealth that we possess. So how am I using my resources? The most important is the time. How am I spending my time? Okay. Today, we have so much on this planet, but how wisely are we using these resources? Okay. And with the climate change, we can see the impact on this planet. Okay. So people who are using, whether it's recycling or reducing carbon prints, okay, there are many things that comes into picture. But ask yourself this question, how am I using my resources? There could be many more. Whatever came to my mind at this moment, I just put it on this sheet so that it's good for us to reflect. Okay, these are the external things we are talking about. But if we go on to the detail of this, okay, that comes to my thought level. Okay, we will come to that in a minute. Okay, first ask yourself this question, okay, how am I using these resources? Okay, am I using everything in a worthwhile way? Everything that you buy, the shopping list that you have, is it all the need or the want that I have? Okay. So the power of less, one is the external level. And today we are going into the depth of the inner level as well. Okay, so let's start from the external level of the the resources that we are using, where we are, whether it's the electricity or the computer, or today everybody is on social media. And is it that important for me? It's just how many likes I get, how many Facebook followers that I have, or Instagram, or whatever it is. Okay, what does it mean to be in the factor of power of less? How is this connected? Okay, because we say less is more. Okay, if you eat anything too much, okay, in terms of the food, first, when you eat, it is nice. Okay, you like to eat more, even the favorite food that you're having. Okay, first time, yes, you would like to have more. And second time, okay, maybe I would like to take a bit more. Okay. And the third time and the fourth time, okay, do you still continue to eat more and more? Do you desire more? Then you feel, no, I had enough. I don't want to see that sweet or that dish anymore. Okay. So that means after some time, we get fed up with if we eat too much. Okay. Even the body doesn't allow you to eat too much, the exceeding limit. Okay. Then you have the impact on your body as well. So even our body can't take it, if anything, in excess. And today we are in the world where our mind has enormous capacity, but what are we taking and how are we taking? Okay, and what do we need to clear? Okay, so this is something that we need to think about. And when we are thinking about clearing, okay, what is it that I would like to clear? What is it that I would like to reduce? Okay, the stuff that we have at home, or I'm in the hobby or the habit of accumulating things. Okay, you get more and more and more. What happens? Is there a point where I feel content and happy with that? No. We are in the world where we want more and more and more. But what is this doing? Okay. More frustration, more irritation, more desire of wanting. They have this, I should have this. Okay. In that mode of a competitiveness, comparison, or competing with each other, am I happy? Okay, I have enough time, enough wealth, enough resources, or even the nature that is giving, yes, we have enough water. Okay, I'll tell you one recent example that we came across recently in our main campus that is in London. Okay, and we had a very big program this is during Christmas time. And that is exactly the day due to some water pipe bursting, okay, the water stopped in the whole area for the whole day. Okay, that actually taught us, okay, yes, the program went on, we could serve people, everything happened. It's not that nothing stopped. But that's a moment of realization. Okay, everyone started using water very economically. Okay. Okay, otherwise we just leave the tap on and it goes on forever. Okay. But it helped to stop. It helped to pause. Do I really need to wash my hands? Or do I really need to turn on the tap? Okay. So yes, of course, it is important to wash your hands, to wash things that you need to. Okay. But now you started being very understanding and accommodating in what is needed. Or if it is not needed, then I don't need to use it. Okay. So I'm just telling one example of water. Okay. Just imagine if we don't have enough water, enough air. How do you feel? Okay. There is suffocation. Okay. But we need everything to the extent that is required. Okay. The power of less is, it is not about I should breathe less. It's not about I should drink less water. Okay. It's not about not using the resources. Using the resources in the right time, in the right way. Using the time in a very actively, in a very smart way. Okay, you have wealth. Yes, it's great. We are very grateful for the planet, for the nature, for whatever I have, whatever I am today. I'm grateful to my fortune as well. Okay. So where is that barometer of where do I need to less? What do I need to reduce? Okay. First, where do we need to start? Okay. We say, okay, think less. Okay. One of many of you might have heard about Daddy Janki. Okay. Daddy Janki used to say, stop thinking, not even think less. Okay. And we find it is impossible to stop thinking, isn't it? So where do we reduce? Okay. So clearing our space. Our memories are not in our things, our memories in us. Okay. So if you look at the external things and the internal things, that means my memory, my thoughts, my way of thinking, okay, it's very much connected to the external and the internal. Okay. Some people like their space to be clean and clear. Okay. So yes, it helps to create that atmosphere. Okay. But what is my way of thinking inside? Clear your space is, one is the physical space, okay, where I have dumped in so much of stuff. And the second thing is my inner space. Okay. So inner space, what am I holding in my inner space? What do I want to hold in my inner space? Okay. Whether it's my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, okay, my memories. Okay, what kind of a memories am I holding in my inner space? Okay. So as we do cleaning, weekly, once or twice, depends on where I am, what kind of atmosphere we are. At some places they do everyday cleaning. Okay, so clear up. Okay, you do washing up every day. So inside, my thoughts, my feelings, my habits, or in other words, what we call is the memories within myself. If I keep holding to those things that are not important to me, that is draining my energy, that is taking a lot of energy, why am I holding those memories? Is it possible to drop those memories? Is it possible to let go of them? Okay. For this, I need to have the habit of clearing up. Okay. Yes, one of every day in the Brahma Kumaris, we have our daily study. Okay, one thing that keeps coming is, if you think about something, the past memory, okay, of something that you don't want, okay, that makes you more and more weak. So rather than thinking about it, okay, think about something that you would like to, or something that could energize, something that could uplift my mood. So clearing your space, I really need to be smart. What kind of things that I need to hold in this most precious container of my mind? Okay. And this has an impact on my external situation as well, external circumstances. Okay. The more I'm clear here, the more I'm clear outside. What am I holding? Do I need this? No, I don't need it. I am clear. Okay, my space here is very clear. I'm not confused. Or maybe I want to keep it for some time. Or maybe I'll use it after a year or 2 years or 3 years. Okay, who knows? So clearing the space here will help to clear the space outside. And that helps to use my time in a worthwhile way. Use my time in the way that is needed rather than wasting my time. Okay, whether it's decision making, whether it's the job that needs to be done at this moment, okay, prioritizing my tasks or choosing the options of what do I need to do, what shouldn't I do. Okay, so my internal is connected to my external. Okay, so that means my thoughts, my feelings is actually proportionate to the external things, that the way that I'm handling, the way that I'm choosing. Okay, so it's so important how I am going to clear. Okay, the power of less is first reduce our baggage inside. Okay, because it's important what kind of a baggage I'm holding on. It's important that what kind of stuff is needed for me now. Okay. Okay. When you're traveling, you don't take anything and everything in your baggage. You take only the required stuff, only according to the occasion, to the time, according to the place, according to where you're going. So you choose your baggage accordingly. Do I need to take? And of course, according to the capacity of the baggage. Okay, I can only take 15 kgs maybe, so I can only, my allowances is only that. Okay, so based on all these, I choose my baggage. So in the journey of my life, okay, if I keep on holding on to the things that are not needed, okay, so what is happening? Okay, I am becoming heavier inside, heavier outside. It is directly proportionate. Okay, my inner thoughts, my inner feelings is directly proportionate to the words that I speak, to the actions that I perform. Okay, I'm thinking, well, I wanted to keep quiet, but I couldn't handle it. Okay, there's like a rat race that's going inside, and the reaction that's going inside, and it has an impact in my actions in some way or the other way. Okay, so what am I holding? And what do I want to clear? I need to make a choice today. Okay, so that's how I can reduce my baggage. And we do lots of weight management exercises and therapies and treatments and diets that we follow for the body. Okay, to keep it fit, to keep ourselves fit and healthy body. So, do I do my weight management for my mind? Today, many of our diseases are just psychosomatic, okay, where the doctors can't give medicine for that. Okay, they can only give you suggestions what to do, what not to do. Okay. The power of less is reduce the stuff inside my thoughts. The most important is how fast is my mind racing. When I said stop for a minute and just think about what is this? Did I really able to focus? Anybody would like to just show of hands by clicking so that I know? Okay, did we able to manage that few seconds or few moments just by focusing on whatever is being asked? Okay, great. Somebody said yes. Thank you. Okay. So this is important for me to clear up my space. Okay. Sometimes it is accumulation of the stuff for a long time. Okay. Today it could be like somebody said something probably which I could have handled it easily if I had space inside. But I have already filled up with so much of junk or the emotions or reactions or anger or suppression. Okay, that last penny couldn't fit in. Okay, the penny dropped at that time. That's when I started reacting. And then later I feel, well, why did I react like this? There's no reason why I could do this. I can't believe it. I did this. Because I'm only thinking, why did this happen? But now let's start looking at the underlying currents to trigger this last one. Okay. So that's how it impacts. Okay. So reduction, reduce. Okay, so time to time, I need to keep checking. You know, when we do after Christmas, there is a sale. Okay. And you get certain things at a half price. Okay. You have a choice at that time. Okay. Either you get something really needed for you or for your family, and you can buy and bring it. And you think that probably I'll use it sometime later. You can buy and keep it for months and months and months, and you end up not using, and then something new comes up. Okay, see how fast we are we are naturally attracted to the external things. Did we ever thought, do I really need it? Is it really important for me? The only thing that I'm thinking is about now I have money, or now is the offer. Yes, maybe sometimes it is important to think like that. But how often I bought it, but I never used that. So most of the time, our attention is going to the external things. Okay. And most of the time, I'm satisfying and doing or buying things. I'm thinking I'm content and I'm happy. Okay. Some people do window shopping. Okay. Some people shop. Okay. They love shopping because that's the way they engage themselves. That's the way they deviate their mind. Okay. And occupying with something else. Some people engage themselves by just occupying themselves by talking on phone, with social media, because I don't want to deal with myself inside. Okay. Can we see how distracted we are, how our energy is scattered all over the place? Okay. And at the end of the day, do I feel content after this? No. And I don't even want to think about it. And I kill my time, I kill my energy by doing this, and I go to sleep. I end my day like this. Can you imagine what would be my next day like if I am in this position? Next day, how am I going to start my day? So how deep it has an impact. Okay. So clearing my inner space allows me to bring what's going inside. Okay. Most of the time, I'm trying to avoid what's going inside. Okay. I'm trying to ignore by getting engaged and getting myself busy. Okay. Most of the time we say these days we don't have time. Even a small kid says, I don't have time. Okay. Of course, they have even as the kid, they are being occupied with different things as a kid, whether it's games or education or sports or trainings and all that. Okay. So yes, it's good to get engaged in all these things, but do I have time to see myself? Do I have the power to see myself? So clearing the space not only helps me to see the undercurrents, but also beyond this undercurrents, what is that? That is there. The power within me. Okay. So what we are trying to explore is, I like this example of the tree. Okay. When there is any negative emotion, okay, or a negative thought, okay, and that is like a little seed, okay, even whether it's doubt, okay, or whether it's confusion or your ego or attachment, any one thing, okay, can you imagine how fast this negative tree within myself starts growing? Okay. Even if you take ego, okay, how does this work? Okay. Ego likes to be in the front, wants to avoid, just wants to be, I am right. Okay, the feeling of I am good. Okay, that one ego. Or even if you say a negative feeling or an emotion like anger, just ask questions. Why did I get angry? Okay, it could be because of fear. It could be something that I haven't received. It could be something that I haven't, because of attachment, because of any other thing. Okay, there are many reasons why we get angry and irritated. Okay, so when I start understanding these underlying layer of what is it that is making me drain my energy, after all these, okay, this just ask questions. Why did I have, whether it's anger, let's take anger. Okay, why did I get angry on someone or something, whatever? Okay, when you keep asking your questions silently, you start picking up the answers. Because of this, because of this, because of this. Okay, and it is really like a web. It is really like a big tree. Okay, that has brought me this reaction externally. Okay, I didn't get what I want. Okay, why didn't you get what you want? Why do you really want it? Okay, this is the way that I start questioning myself. And you can see the whole picture, the thread of where and why it has happened and how it has happened. Okay, so it's important to go inside. Okay, so less is more. Okay, I am not trying to get things from externally, but now my attention is one question that I start asking, taking deeper into myself. deeper into that emotion, deeper into that feeling. Okay. So how do we simplify? Where do we simplify? Okay. Simple living, high thinking. We heard this many times. Okay. My point was coming back to the essence of simplification. Okay, I like this quote somebody wrote, which I got it from somewhere. The most complicated skill today, I would say today, is to be simple. Do you agree? So we find it very difficult, even in the food that we cook. Okay, could be one thing, but when I have guests, I think, oh, let's make the simple menu. But then you think about 10 different things. Okay. Even for our own self. Okay. Probably did I have a point where I feel this is enough for me? Whether it's food, whether it's shopping list, whether it's everybody have different interests. Some like to do more shopping, some like to do more eating, some like to do more watching. Okay, see how I'm dragged into the external directions and my energy is scattered. Some like doing more and more and more. Okay, and we feel content. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not really content. Okay, so where do we simplify? How do we take this on board? Okay, of simplification. All I'm doing is, okay, every time when I'm thinking about it, okay, whether, let's take about something that you like to eat. Ask yourself, why do you want to eat this? Okay, why do you want to buy this? Okay, why do you want somebody to love you? Why do you want somebody to impress you? Somebody's attention, okay, there's so many things. This is how I am pulled into different directions. That's what this tree is all about. Okay, although it's shown as the negative traits of the soul or the self. Okay, but where am I dragging into? I'm dragged into all the different directions, and I'm feeling and I'm thinking, yes, it's good. I am a good multitasker. It's good. I keep myself busy by doing all these things. Okay, probably it is good. But am I really happy? Am I really content? I'd like to share a small story here. Okay, in Lord Buddha and his companions, okay, were going in a forest. Okay, and there comes a point they feel hungry and they find something what they could eat. Okay, and they eat, they enjoy, they had a very good time just sitting and chatting and just talking about it. Okay, and suddenly what happens is there's a guy who comes rushing to him. Okay, and this guy was rushing with a lot of tension inside, and then he asked Lord Buddha, have you seen my cows? Have you seen my cows? And Buddha says, no, I haven't seen them. And then he starts talking to Buddha saying, well, I'm in a lot of tension. The cows disappeared. I have a lot of wealth. I have a lot of farms. But he starts talking about his problems and issues with what he has. And the guy leaves after that. Then Buddha started talking to his companions, saying, can you see this rich man, okay, has no peace and happiness. So are you all content and happy? Can you imagine you're just sitting under the tree having nothing? You're so content and happy. What else do we need? And this is how our life has dragged into different directions today. And today, after all these, why am I not happy? Why am I not content? That's why we say simple living and high thinking. Okay, coming back to the essence. Okay, so instead of now thinking about all the external factors that I have just showed you on this presentation, okay, now think about what do I really want? Okay, instead of thinking that I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, we are going round and round in circles. But at the end of the day, I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. Okay, so what do we want? Coming to the awareness of who I really am. When you start going inwards, the art of learning to go inside. Okay, but don't be afraid to go inside. Because this is like an unknown path. Okay, you have never reached there. Okay, it's like you're driving a car, and while you're driving the car, okay, if I don't have a direction and I don't have a map, and when you start going, you might have a little bit of a fear. I'm not sure which direction I'm going. And when you have that faith and continue going, you start finding a little bit of that directions. This is A40 or M40. Oh, this is the direction. Okay, I can see some road directions that can lead to this destination. So until I drive, until I take that step of courage, let me be on the road and see. So this is introspection. When I'm trying to go inwards, okay, there is lots of stuff and all these things will come out. Don't worry. Okay, the most important thing is come back to the awareness of who I am. Okay, less is more. Now I realize actually I don't need any more shopping now. I don't need somebody to accompany me now. I enjoy my own company. Okay, I know what I need to do with this time. I know what I need to do with the treasure of my thoughts, my feelings. Okay, now you start using everything in a worthwhile way. Okay, your journey feels, yes, it's worth doing this journey. Okay, so let's start with the thoughts, because these thoughts can take you inside, or these thoughts can drag you outside to the outside world, and I can easily be getting lost in the world outside. Okay, so I have a choice what I would like to do, what I would like to be. Okay, so the power of less. Okay, it's not about outside, it's about going inside. Okay, being in this moment rather than being in the past. So that's how I can utilize my time, use my time in the right direction. Okay, and most of the time we are either in the past or in the future. Okay, can I be just in this moment now? Okay, this is how I can reduce that which is not needed. Just being in the now. I picked up some quotes which I found very interesting. Less is more. Okay, so most of the time we do all these things. Okay, less shopping. So let's try and move in a different direction. Less shopping, more outdoors. Okay, let's take more time to enjoy the space, enjoy the nature. Okay, less clutter. When you find a little bit of a space, okay, I have space here, let me keep things more and more. Okay, give more space. When you start giving space outside in your room, you find a space inside as well. You have to experiment with this and check. Okay, so slow down. Okay, stop rushing, less rush. Okay, more slow. Okay, try and do things slowly, calmly, with attention. Okay, less consuming, more creating. Less junk, more real food. Okay, less busy work, more impact. That's when my quality of my work, that's when my quality of my thinking. Okay, if I'm busy here as well, I don't have creative ideas and thoughts. Okay, always I'm busy thinking of the past. Okay, and yes, less driving, more walking. It keeps you fit and healthy. Okay, less noise, more solitude. One is the physical noise. Okay, the other is the inner noise. Okay, I'm thinking I don't want to talk with anybody. I go in silence. And your mind is going on chatting about the past, about the future, what to do, what not to do. Okay, solitude is inside. Calm down. Even in your thoughts, let's calm down. Okay, let's focus on the future, more on the present, which I already shared. Okay, less work, more play. Less worry, more smiles. One last slide that I have is the 7 steps of happiness. Okay, think less, feel more. Okay, this is the most important thing. Okay, so this is how the power of less, you can feel the more impact that you have. Okay, from less, smile more. Talk less, listen more. And when some people talk, you feel like listening to them more and more. And when some people talk, you are waiting, when are they going to stop? So if I talk less, I can listen more, and the impact of the talk is also more. Judge less, accept more. Watch less, do more. Complain less, appreciate more. Fear less, love more. Okay. So sometimes we keep complaining more and more and more. So most of the time, do I spend time complaining about other things or other people, or it has become my natural habit? So maybe it's an opportunity for me to think and appreciate what I have rather than complain. So hope this helps you in some way with some of the tips that gave me an opportunity to reflect on. So if you have any questions, anything that you'd like to say.
Thank you so much, Harika, for your wonderful talk. And you mentioned about how people speak, and just listening to you, I can sit here and listen to you all evening. So it's lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much. So if there are any questions, please, if people can use the chat box. And I know the topic is very important, the power of less. So I know you've shared, Harika, about how we can conserve our energy, but can you share from your experience of how you use meditation to sort of recharge and to maintain your energy? Because I know you're very busy in the work you do at our Global Cooperation House. So how do you maintain that?
Thank you, Nirmala, for this. Yes, I think the more we are busy, and actually, it is just that conscious feeling. I think I'm thinking I'm busy. There was a time where I couldn't manage, where I was actually rushing. Okay, and I didn't realize myself that I was rushing, but the impact was there in my actions and the way I speak. Then slowly, somehow it caught my attention. I don't know who said it or I was reflecting on it. I don't remember. But that period helped me to reflect. Slow down, Harika, slow down. This is
Yeah.
not the end of the world. Slow down. Okay. And one conscious thought that I created at that moment when I started to slow down is you have enough time to do what you have to do. Okay. Rather than thinking, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Let's enjoy whatever task I'm doing. Okay, so that is the conscious thought that I created. And of course, as you said, I think definitely it is meditation that helped me to reflect. Okay, because that has become part and parcel of my everyday routine. Without meditation, probably I wouldn't be here with you all. Okay, meditation is all about taking time for myself. Okay, and it is like this is really important, like sharpening my axe. Okay, I don't know how many of you heard the story, but just to give you how this woodcutter, okay, got into this new job. Okay, the first day he's very excited and he got a nice new sharp axe. And when he starts cutting, he was so active, everything was done very quickly than expected. And next day, the quality is a little bit less. He's giving more time. And then he wasn't very disappointed. But then next day, the third day, it continues like that. Now the quality is becoming more and more less. Okay. He was a bit getting tired more, okay, doing his job. Then he goes to his boss and asks, okay, well, I have no idea. I'm giving more time than the day one, but still I'm getting less. Okay. Then he says, did you sharpen your axe? And he says, where do I have time to sharpen my axe? This is where we are at. Okay. I'm thinking I don't have time for meditation. That means I don't have time to sharpen my axe. So that's where that's the time where I can clear up the junk. That's where I can cleanse my mind, my past, and focused on the present. So definitely meditation is the tool that helps me to reduce the stuff inside. Okay, probably I don't need to think too much. Somebody said this, okay, if you have a problem, okay, why worry? Okay, you're worrying about your problem. Okay, you have a problem, then why worry? Okay, you have a solution, then why worry? Okay, so either ways, I don't need to worry about it because worry is not a solution for my problem. Okay, so I hope that answers the question.
Lovely. So you talk about simplicity, and in your talk it's all about less. So someone posted, I'm a simple soul and I get so confused when things are made unnecessarily complicated. Do you want to comment on that and how you are able to maintain that simplicity and that the quieting of the mind so you can see what is the real thing out of the chaos that's in front of you?
Yeah, and I think one thing is, yes, I am simple. My living is simple. And probably that is the expectation from the other end. They should also be simple. Probably when I have that expectation, that's when I am confused. Why are they complicating things? You know? So, well, I have some tests where I feel, okay, why do we need all this stuff here? Do we really need it? Not needed. How long can we keep it? I said, just accept it. It's fine. Your responsibility is to keep your desk clean or your atmosphere clean. But if others are not doing it, it's their problem. Okay, why do I need to think about it? Why do I need to worry about it? Can I help them to clear it? Okay, ask yourself that question. If I can't do it, then let me not think about it. It's fine. It's their journey. This is my journey.
Yeah, it makes sense to know what you can
Yeah.
control and what you can't.
Yeah. So then I have less confusion here.
Yeah. You mentioned quite a lot about, getting rid of stuff here in on the forehead. So I'm thinking, in the mind. And I know a lot of people find it quite challenging to have a good quality sleep. Can you share your process of emptying the stuff of the day and how you're able to enhance the quality of your rest?
That's a wonderful question, actually. Yes, it's important because we all have, I would say, probably even if you're meditating, you might have a sleeping problem because it's not that you don't have it, but you know how to handle it. Okay, you know how to deal with it. Okay, one of the most important things that I have learned in my life is, okay, don't sleep with your problem, or don't being in that worry, being in that stress, don't go to bed. Okay, because probably I'm thinking, well, if I sleep tomorrow morning, I'll be all right. But actually, subconsciously, I'm carrying that baggage for the next day. So it's important for me to clear up my day by winding up. Okay, if something has gone wrong, okay, I have a habit of writing, or, well, I believe in God. So I connect with God as my source. Okay, where when I feel it's difficult, when I feel I have done something not really right, okay, then that is my moment of connecting with that source and taking that power. Okay, it's important for me to be honest, firstly, to myself. Okay, yes, this, you didn't do it right, it's fine, you accept it. Okay, or there might be a really challenging situation with people around me. Okay, let's go into that. It is fine. This is how they dealt with me, or I dealt with them. Okay, this is how either I write, or either I sit in that silent reflection, and it's fine. Okay, because each one is going through their own journey, and each individual has their own own part to play. So they are doing their best to play their best part. Okay, so we are all unique, nobody is the same. So I need to accept the fact that they are playing their role. Okay, so this is how I tune in and I accept. And yes, I acknowledge that, okay, you didn't do this right. That is fine. Okay, the moment I start accepting, there is a shift in my energy. Okay, rather than feeling guilty or stressed or tensed. Okay, and I feel that source of pure energy is that highest vibrant energy, where I can feel the love, where I can feel the power, and it's easy to rest. Okay, because physically, I need to empty this container of my mind. Okay, physically, mentally. Okay, because that mental impact has on the body. Okay, so I need to do something with it rather than just trying to just go to bed like that.
Yeah, someone once says to me, Daddy Janky, actually, about, every day should be a new page. So you start with a clean page. So I think it's quite appropriate what you've said.
Yeah.
There's one more question here. It says, if I feel less love from those close to me, is it just a reflection of my lower level of self-love that is wanting more love, or expression of love from others? Is this a dependency on others? Do you want to comment on that?
Sure. Thank you for that question. Yes, I think when I start loving myself more, okay, and the impact of others' love is less. Okay, whether they love me or they don't love me, okay, I don't feel low. Okay, my energy and my reflection towards them is naturally the same. Okay, I don't react or respond differently. Okay, because I have my self-respect, self-love, self-respect, self-value, all these work together. And then I am not depending on other people as well. Because I am giving, I'm naturally giving. Okay, I'm not waiting for somebody to give me something or somebody to say, come, we are waiting for you. Well, it doesn't bother me now because you love yourself, you value yourself. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We have time for one more question. And it says, how can we disregard the noise of things that affect us when they are constant?
I think it's an inner exercise and it takes time. For me, one is to accept, okay, this is how they are, or this is how they behave, okay, but it is fine. I know sometimes I noticed that I had moments where I reacted to certain things, which I felt, well, which I used to feel I'm always okay. Okay. Then the moment I started seeing, oh, you also react, then there is a shift in my energy. Okay, it is fine. Okay. I started making myself visualizing. This is some exercise long time back that I did is, okay, instead of me in that reactive mode or a disrespectful mode or a disregarding mode, I say, it is fine. I am calm. Whether they're doing this or not doing this, okay, I'm going to be calm. Okay, I'm going to be peaceful. Okay, this is not going to affect me. And that shifted my energy. And the moment I accepted that, okay, you are reacting, but now you have to change your energy, I changed. It took time, but it's a moment of realization which helped me to shift. Okay, so maybe it's time for meditation.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And thank you all who have posted questions. I hope you got your answer. And I just want to say thank you to Harika for sharing her wisdom and her simplicity with us. So
thank you. Shall we have a few minutes of reflection? And maybe I'll guide you some thoughts. So let's sit back and just be in this moment. Wherever I'm sitting, feel the energy around you. Rather trying to be what next, just be in this moment. And let's watch what's happening inside. My thoughts or feelings or anything that is popping up. As I keep watching, there's less noise inside. I'm coming to a pure space of my inner awareness that I'm a being of light. Just hold this awareness as a being of light. I'm much calmer, peaceful, content in the essence of my true awareness. I can enjoy being in this inner space of me, the being. Holding this silence and the awareness, I gently choose to come back to the present moment. And I choose one question for me to reflect. What I would like to reduce during this year and increase being in the power of less noise, more calm. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.